Angar was a mighty swordsmith who lived in one of Afghanistan's remote eastern valleys. In time of peace, he made steel plows, shoed horses, and above all, he sang. The songs of Angar, who is known by different names in various parts of Central Asia, were eagerly listened to by the people of the valleys. They came from the forests of giant walnut trees, from the snow-capped Hindu Kush, from Herat and Pagman to hear his songs. Above all, the people came to hear the song of all songs, which was Angar's Song of the Valley of Paradise. This song had a haunting quality and a strange lilt, and most of all, it had a story which was so strange that people felt they knew the remote Valley of Paradise of which the smith sang. Often they asked him to sing it when he was not in the mood to do so, and he would refuse. Sometimes people asked him whether the valley was truly real, and Angar could only say, "The valley of the song is as real can be." "But how do you know?" the people would ask. "Have you ever been there?" To Angar, and to nearly all the people who heard him, the valley of the song was, however, real as real can be. Aisha, a local maiden whom he loved, doubted whether there was such a place. So too did Hassan, a braggart and fearsome swordsman who swore to marry Aisha, and who lost no opportunity of laughing at the smith. One day, when the villagers were sitting around silently after Angar had been telling his tale to them, Hassan spoke. "If you believe that this valley is so real, and that it is as you say in those mountains of Sangan yonder, where the blue haze rises, why do you not try to find it?" "It would not be right, I know that," said Angar. "You know what it is convenient to know, and do not know what you do not want to know," shouted Hassan. "Now, my friend, I propose a test. You love Aisha, but she does not trust you. She has no faith in this absurd valley of yours. You could never marry her, because when there is no confidence between a man and his wife, they are not happy, and all manner of evils result." "Do you expect me to go to the valley then?" asked Angar. "Yes," said Hassan, and all the audience together. "If I go and return safely, will Aisha consent to marry me?" asked Angar. "Yes," murmured Aisha. So Angar, collecting some dried mulberries and a scrap of bread, set off for the distant mountains. He climbed and climbed until he came to a wall which encircled the entire range. When he had ascended its sheer sides, there was another wall, even more precipitous than the first. After that there was a third, then a fourth, and finally a fifth wall. Descending on the other side, Angar found that he was in a valley, strikingly similar to his own. People came out to welcome him, and as he saw them, Angar realized that something very strange was happening. Months later, Angar the smith, walking like an old man, limped into his native village and made for his humble hut. As word of his return spread throughout the countryside, people gathered in front of his home to hear what his adventures had been. Hassan the swordsman spoke for them all and called Angar to his window. There was a gasp as everyone saw how old he had become. "Well, Master Angar, and did you reach the Valley of Paradise?" "I did." "And what was it like?" Angar, fumbling for his words, looked at the assembled people with a weariness and hopelessness that he had never felt before. He said, "I climbed and I climbed and I climbed, when it seemed as though there could be no human habitation in such a desolate place. And after many trials and disappointments, I came upon a valley. This valley was exactly like the one in which we live. And then I saw the people. Those people are not only like us people, they are the same people. For every Hassan, every Aisha, every Angar, every anybody whom we have here, there is another one, exactly the same, in that valley. These are likenesses and reflections to us when we see such things. But it is we who are the likeness and reflection of them. We who are here, we are their twins." Everyone thought that Angar had gone mad through his privations, and Aisha married Hassan the swordsman. Angar rapidly grew old and died, and all the people, everyone who had heard his story from the lips of Angar himself, first lost heart in their lives, then grew old and died, for they felt that something was going to happen over which they had no control, and from which they had no hope, and so they lost interest in life itself. It is only once in 1,000 years that this secret is seen by man. When he sees it, he is changed. When he tells its bare facts to others, they wither and die out. People think that such an event is a catastrophe, and so they must not know about it, for they cannot understand. Such is the nature of their ordinary life, that they have more selves than one, more hopes than one, more chances than one, up there in the paradise of the song of Angar the mighty smith.